Leah and the Secret of the Sparkle. Today was the big math quiz, and Leah was almost ready. She had her sharp pencils, her ruler, and her notebook, but when she reached into her bag, her heart sank. Her favorite sparkly pink eraser, the one that looked like a fallen star, was gone. "I can't do my best work without my lucky sparkle," Leah whispered, looking frantically around her room. Leah began a grand search. She crawled across the floor, checking under the bed where the dust bunnies lived. She peeked behind her desk and even looked inside her shoes. "Eraser, where are you hiding?" she called out. She found a missing sock and a toy dinosaur, but the sparkly pink eraser was nowhere to be found. Then Leah remembered. Yesterday afternoon she had been sketching in the garden. She raced to the back door and stepped out into the warm morning air. The dew was still on the grass, making the lawn look like it was covered in tiny diamonds. "If I were a sparkly eraser, I'd definitely want to be out here," she thought. Leah walked over to the flower bed. The sunflowers were tall and bright, nodding their heavy heads in the breeze. "Excuse me," Leah said politely to the tallest flower. "Have you seen something pink and glittery? It's about this big." She held up her thumb and finger to show the size, but the sunflowers just swayed silently. Suddenly, a bright, iridescent butterfly named Psyche fluttered down from a branch. Psyche looped around Leah's head in a joyful circle before landing on a nearby daisy. The butterfly opened and closed her wings slowly, as if she were trying to tell Leah a secret. "Do you know where it is, Psyche?" Leah asked, her eyes wide with wonder. Psyche took flight again, darting toward the old oak tree at the edge of the yard. She flew low, skimming the tops of the clover. Leah followed close behind, stepping carefully over the roots. "Wait for me." Leah laughed as she hurried through the tall grass, following the flash of the butterfly's wings. Psyche landed on a gnarled root of the oak tree and then disappeared into the shadows. Leah knelt down, squinting at the ground. At first, she saw nothing but brown earth and fallen leaves. Then, she noticed a tiny trail of movement. A line of ants was marching with great purpose across a mossy stone. The ants were on a mission. A tiny, brave ant named Skitter was leading the way. Behind him, dozens of his friends were working together, hoisting a massive, heavy object over their heads. It was the sparkly pink eraser. To the ants, it looked like a giant, shimmering gemstone, a treasure fit for a queen. "Oh, you found it," Leah exclaimed. She reached down, but then she stopped. The ants had worked so hard to carry their prize. Leah reached into her pocket and found a small crumb from her breakfast toast. She gently placed the crumb near Skitter. "A trade?" she whispered. Skitter paused, twitched his antennae, and led the ants toward the delicious snack, leaving the eraser behind. Leah checked her watch and gasped. "Oh no, school starts in 5 minutes." She tucked the eraser safely into her pocket and bolted toward the street. She ran past the modular, bright yellow and red buildings of the neighborhood, her backpack thumping against her shoulders. She didn't stop until she saw the school gates. Leah slid into her seat just as the final bell rang. She took a deep breath, pulled out her math quiz, and placed her sparkly pink eraser right at the top of her desk. It caught the light from the classroom window, glowing like a tiny trophy. Leah smiled. She was ready for anything now.